Last week, I saw a news story headline that blared, "Doug Ford in fundraising letter denounces students for crazy Marxist nonsense." And I paused and I thought, what's the problem here? Is this a celebratory headline? Because it sounds like he's kind of right. I guess I'll applaud it. Or is this something we're supposed to be outraged about and it's supposed to spur protests? I don't know, but the latter certainly happened, and the crazy Marxist nonsense has continued in recent weeks at Queen's Park as Doug Ford and the Ontario PCs look to rearrange some of the different funding mechanisms, the very generous funding mechanisms that already exist for students all across Ontario. Well, the war of words has continued. Students are standing up in the Queen's Park Gallery and they're saying wild things. They're swearing at him. One young woman called him a crazy F-word cracker, a rather pejorative term with a racial slant that really just should not be used in the gallery at Queen's Park. And more importantly, a politician shouldn't have to take it. And guess what? Doug Ford is not taking it. He's been saying that's how they train our kids, with a filthy mouth. They should have their mouths washed out with soap. That's what they should have because that's embarrassing. After another episode where they got up and hurled abuse at him and demanded free tuition, Doug Ford responded, yelling up at them, "Here's an example of indoctrination," what we just saw up there. Then he sat down in his chair and he, I guess, sort of said loudly, "They're gonna be good socialists." And you gotta get a chuckle to all of this. I think we're supposed to perhaps be outraged about it. I don't know, but a very interesting thing is happening right now. The social justice warriors are finding they no longer have momentum on their side. They're no longer getting a free pass. They're no longer framing the debate. For the longest time, all these guys needed to do was make a scene, and then they would get press and they'd get headlines, and people would generally let them do it unimpeded. There would be the notion that this was kind of normal, that this was sort of a legitimate side of the coin, a side of the debate, and not, well, crazy Marxist nonsense, as Doug Ford points it out to be. And they're losing that influence. They're losing that sort of dominance in the media sphere. They're getting it taken away from them. And they don't like it one bit. Well, tough. Good for Doug Ford hitting back. It's been a long time coming.